And not be able to leave with us.
How painful was it for you?
It was real painful. Every kid needs a father. You know, me and my brother, we suffered a lot, but we made it through.
And when he comes out, what happened?
Oh, I remember the first day my dad came out of prison, man. At that time, we were living with my aunt. I was sitting on my friend's step, and the house was like down the street, and so I'm looking at it from an angle. So I see somebody like throwing a rock at the window or just going like this. And I look over, and it was my dad. I didn't even know he came out of prison. So I just ran to him, and I hugged him, and that was it.
I never see you emotional. You're emotional now.
Yeah. I would like to talk about it. Just like...
At what point does he start training you?
One year we was in the Silver Gloves in Kansas City. And I remember my dad, he just paid for the whole trip. And I lose first night. And I'm over here just having fun, playing after the fight. I wasn't even worried about it. But as a kid, I didn't know, my dad was busting his ass for me to go on that trip. And I'm over there playing it as a game. So when we got back to the room, they threw me against the wall. And he said, from now on, I'm training you. And if you ever lose again, I'm going to hurt you. I worked my ass off, to get you here. This ain't a game. And ever since then, man, I became like, I won the ringside tournament. I was an under 19 national champion. I was the U.S. champion. I never lost. I really never lost again after that.
That's a hard story. That's rough stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
At that moment, when he says, you're never going to lose again or I'm going to hurt you, do you love him or do you hate him?
No, I love him for that because we have a perfect chemistry. So I needed him, he needed me. He made me believe I was a talented kid, but he made me believe in myself. I just loved boxing. I was just having fun, and a guy beat me. I didn't want to take it to the heart, but to him it was just like, he was working, he's providing for the family. It was just like this was our way out. And once he told me that, it was just like I never looked at it like that again. I took it serious, and I just became the best fighter I could be.
He's trained you ever since that day.
Ever since that day. A lot of people don't know that, like how my career, really started and how it went about. But that's how it was. That's how my dad became training me.
With you as a young kid and some promise, and him coming out of prison, at that moment, who needed who more?
Man, it was just like we needed each other because if I would have never boxed, he'd probably still been in the street. So, it was either going back to prison for him or dying. So he dedicated his life to me. He didn't have a role model, you understand? My dad was raised into drugs and violence. So he thought that was normal, you understand? He had no one to say, hey, this is the right way, you understand?
He was raised a gangster. You're a good kid.
Yeah, because he didn't want me to be like him.
Your dad got sober.
Yeah.
How did he change with sobriety?
My dad changed, a lot. He just became, the man he is today. The man people know him as, he just tells it how it is. He don't hold nothing back. He's the type of person you love or you hate. And he's like that. He's like that every day. He's been through so much in life, he just really doesn't really care when nobody thinks about him.
What about...